Hi, boys and girls from our fabulous pre-K at Simmons Elementary. My name's Mrs. Bergman, and I wanted to make a little video to share with you so that I could get to say hi to you and you can get to say hi to me. Normally, at this time of the school year, me and the other kindergarten teachers come to visit your classrooms so that you can meet all of us, because there's a really good chance next year you're going to be in one of our kindergarten classrooms in September. So because we can't be in school right now, we thought we would make a video and introduce ourselves to you and maybe even read a story. So I don't know about you, but I know that when I have something new to do, like a new class to go to, or new kids to meet, or even other things, I get a little bit nervous. I get those butterflies in my tummy and I get a little bit nervous. And I bet you guys do too, a little bit. I know in the story that I'm going to read called Wemberly Worried, she gets a little bit nervous too, and she worries a lot. So I want to read the story about Wemberly, and I want you to think about at the end of the story how she begins to not worry anymore. What happens that makes her not worry so much about school? So, Wemberly Worried. And this was written and illustrated by Kevin Hankes. Wemberly worried about everything. She worried about big things, she worried about little things, and she worried about things in between. So here she is, crawling in bed with her mom and dad, and she's saying, I wanted to make sure you were still here. And here she is in the bathtub, and she's saying, Mommy, what if I shrink? So she's actually worried about shrinking in the bathtub. That is silly. Wemberly worried in the morning, she worried at night, and she worried all throughout the day. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. And there's her whole family. At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the front yard, and the crack in the living room wall, and the noise that the radiators made, which are heaters. This is a radiator right here. It's a big kind of a heater in your house. At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains on the swings and the bolts on the slide and the bars on the jungle gym. And always she worried about her doll, Petal. And in the car, she's saying to her dad, shouldn't Petal have a car seat too? I found her, sweetie. Oh, I thought she was lost forever. I'll wait for you, Petal, while Petal's in the washing machine. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. When Wemberly was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. That can make you feel better when you have a little stuffed animal and you can love it, and it makes you feel not so nervous. On her birthday, Wemberly worried that no one would come to her party. See, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. But then Wemberly worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. But then Wemberly worried because she was the only butterfly. She really does worry about everything. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Soon, Wemberly had a brand new worry. School. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything that she had ever worried about before. I wonder if you were worried when you started pre-K. And then you got to school and found out that you had a wonderful teacher and it was all fun. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had a long list of worries. Wait till you hear all these worries. What if no one has spots? What if no one wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll? What if the teacher is mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snack? What if I have to cry? Uh-oh. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. She worried all the way there. Uh-oh. She's really worried. While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. Then Mrs. Peachum said, Wemberly, there's someone here that I think you should meet. Her name was Jewel. She was standing by herself and wearing stripes, and she was holding a doll. So here's her teacher, Mrs. Peachum. And over here is Jewel. Jewel looks a little worried too, right? At first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. That's when you just like look a little bit. This is Petal, said Wemberly. This is Niblet, said Jewel. Petal waved. Niblet waved. Hi, said Petal. Hi, said Niblet. I rub her ears, said Wemberly. I rub her nose, said Jewel. Throughout the morning, Wemberly and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. Before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. Does it look like she's having fun? I think she finally relaxed and realized that kindergarten is fun. Come back tomorrow, called Mrs. Peachum. As the students walked out the door, Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. I will, she said. Don't worry. And that is the end, except there's her family, and they must be so happy for her because she went to school and had fun and learned that there was nothing to worry about at all. So, who can think of what happened that made Wemberly not so worried? I mean, she was really worried about going to school. She was worried about if the teacher was going to be mean, or if she was going to cry, or if the room was going to smell stinky. But pretty soon she met a friend, and that friend made her not feel so worried anymore. So I bet that's going to happen with you too. I think when you all come to kindergarten, whether I'm your teacher or someone else is your teacher, you are gonna love it. We play and we learn and we read and we do math and we have lots of toys in there, and you're gonna see that you have no reason to worry at all. Anyway, I hope that everybody has a great summer, and I hope that you like the story, and I can't wait to see you guys in September. Bye bye.